What's up? What's up? It is Little Miss Kaidot, and I got Lalah in the building.
Hey, girl.
Like I said,
hey,
it's gonna be a great day, Lalah. Like you guys are really lucky out there for what's going on. It's never this sexy in the studio, okay? It's never this. It's never sexy. And I want to say I saw Lalah last week, and she's just as beautiful with makeup and without. No filter. No filter. I want to let you guys know, like, this is not, because I see people in the streets, and I know you do too, with no makeup on. You're like, whoa. And it's like, Lalah's not that, honey. She's just as gorgeous without it. So just know, she's for real. And them filters on Instagram, she don't need them. Just know that. Anyways,
sometimes.
No, never time.
Thank you, baby.
So, Lalah, I just want you guys, to let everyone know, how long you've been doing. She's a rapper. We'll say that. She's a darn
Femc.
good one.
Thank you.
Femc. So, as a Femc, how long have you been in the rap game?
I've actually been rapping since 2008.
Okay.
And it's been like one of those roads. Like, it's a short period of time, but it's like, oh my God, I went through so much, like deals and dealing with different people and, just the experiences and everything. It's just, it's amazing. It's amazing. It's a great game. I don't like how people say, the game is hard, because the game isn't hard. Okay. It's just the way you work it.
Okay. So you're saying it's not as hard as people are making it sound, but you have to know how to work the game.
Exactly.
Well, I want to say that, I think a lot of girls, I'm just going to put it out there, are rapping these days, and they have big booties and a lot of weave, and it's not about what they're saying, it's about the look. Whereas you actually really are an artist. Like, you really can spit with the best of them. You know what I'm saying? It's not just the image, which is gorgy.
Thank you.
But you really can hold your own in the music game. So I just want to know for you, do you think that female rappers kind of get a bad rap for maybe like not having it as easy as male rappers?
We do have a little harder because the whole sex sales thing, that's kind of for us. Yeah. So we have to be like super duper sexy, but we just have to take it and do it our own little way of sexiness. Like we don't have to just overdo it. There's a lot of talent out there, a lot of female talent. So I feel like it's just one of those things where we just have to come in and dominate. We can't pity ourselves and say, because we're females, we can't make it in this game. Like, that doesn't happen. Like, we can't pity ourselves. We can't do it anymore. Yeah. It's been said before, but read that. Like, no.
And so, of course, I have to know, your craft is 100. So when did you actually start rapping? Like, when you were like, pen and pad, this is what I'm going to do.
Pen and pad,
now we have iPads and stuff, but
I know. Listen, I still people. Pen and pad. Okay, all that iPhone writing. No, my phone goes dead way too fast. But I actually started rapping in 2008.
That is really.
I really wrote my first. Literally, like I've never ever.
Drops the mic. What?
Never had I ever rapped before. Wow. Like you play around, but I was
whatever. Shocked right now. Like, I'm actually disappointed because I thought she was going to be like, man, like 99. I was back there.
Taking over for the 2000.
Taking up for the 2000. Well, I have to applaud you because if you really started rapping in 2008 and your lyrics are as fierce and fiery as they are.
Thank you. That's nothing but God, y'all.
Amen. So I know you said you were Miami born and raised. Is that true? Miami born and raised.
Opalaka Goon.
Opalaka Goon.
No goon, but
so what city are you repping? So people can know what city do you rep?
I'm repping Opalaka. Now I reside in like North Miami Beach area, so we're gonna rep both. Hey,
Opalaka Goon and North Miami Beach is where Queen Lalah is from.
Both of them.
And you went to Michael Crop, right?
I went to Michael Crop.
So in high school, so you weren't really doing music really like that in high school?
No, actually, I started doing music in high school though. I graduated in 2009, so my junior year, I started rapping, but before that, I was in the dance magnet program. Okay. So I just did. That's all I did. Like just dance. And when I started rapping, I would do I would sit in class or something like that, writing around rap. I'm like, what the heck are you doing? I'm like,
This is me now.
This is the new person.
This is me now. In high school, everyone wants to know, as far as an artist, like, how was high school for you? Was it a good experience, terrible experience? Would you do it again? Was it a good place, bad place? What was high school like for you?
I loved high school. Okay. I hated waking up.
Yes,
like I hate waking up early. Like, this is the worst.
Yeah.
But high school was amazing. Like, I used to think that Crop felt like one of those high schools you saw on like Disney Channel, the movie schools. Like, you know, you had like the different crowds. You had the break dancers, you had the dancers, you had the football players with the cheerleaders. It was so fun.
So it was actually that real situation.
Exactly.
Not for TV,
exactly.
Real life? Okay.
Exactly. So I really like that. Yeah.
So would you do high school again?
I'd do it again.
You would do it again?
I miss it. I'd rather do that than have to work 9 to 5.
Yes. It's work. Oh, you're right. You didn't we didn't know how good we had it at that time.
Listen, just to wake up, go to school, and come back home, that was the life for me.
So I know that you just said that, you know, dancing is definitely a part of your life, not just a rapper, but definitely a dancer as well. And I will say I have seen her perform. She's wonderful at it.
Thank you.
So I know that you did do backup dancing for Flo Rida,
yes,
which is amazing.
I did.
Which is amazing. So tell me about that. Just give, you know, the audience a little bit of how that all went down when you were doing backup for Flo Rida.
That was so fun. Shout out to Flo. Hey, Flo. Such a cool guy, humble guy. It was so amazing because it happened like, oh my God, like, you know, I got the call. One of my good friends, she was like, yo, you want to go on tour? And I was like, yes. Who says no to a tour?
Duh.
So she was like, yeah, they need 4 dancers. And we're going to have you guys come to the studio and we're going to talk about it. And we're going to go from there.
Okay.
So we talked about it. Literally, this was like a Thursday. We rehearsed for 3 days. And immediately went to LA.
Was it like an audition at all, or they just knew you guys had
it wasn't an audition. It was one of those type of things where it was kind of like a respect factor on my friends' behalf because they already had history of knowing. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So they were like, yo, we need 4 dancers. Get it and let's go. And like literally we were going within 3 days.
Wow. And where were you touring? What cities? What country? What state?
We went to LA first. We were in LA for a little while.
Okay.
Then we went to Canada.
Canada.
Canada. So we went over there, Canada with the Canadians as an insider.
Canadians, okay.
We went over there and we went back and forth. Then we came back here for WrestleMania.
Okay.
And went back. So
to Canada. Okay.
So we were like, yeah, it was a fun, super duper, like to the top. But I cried like almost every show. Like,
I can't believe this is happening because you have to keep in mind, like, Flo Rida is such a huge icon now that, like, I'm sure your crowds were like ridiculous.
Amazingly. And it's not the reason of me crying because it was just him. It's just the reason of seeing how these fans react to him and how it's like, oh my God, this is amazing. Like this, we can get to this point. Like I can get to this point.
Yes.
So it's like, listen. Can I hold the mic today? Just a little bit. Just let me say hi.
Just a smidgen. Was there any downsides to touring? Anything?
You know what? It was amazing. It was no downsides. It was the normal, little mix-ups here and there. But listen, everything else took up for everything. So.
Right. So there was way more
listen,
good than
y'all gonna have me on the back of the bus holding on to.
I'm good.
And I'll be like, we good.
Heaven.
Let's go.
So I know you have this Weird Chicks movement. Mm-hmm. Please let everyone know what is the Weird Chicks movement.
Weird Chicks.
What is it?
Weird Chicks is actually it's like a movement that comes together for females in general that have gotten to the point where they say, you know what, I want to play football, I want to play basketball, I want to be a rapper, but I want to do it in my own way. I want to do it, on my terms, and in general for this rap game of females. Okay, like we're just gonna say Weird Chicks as myself. Like we say earlier, sex sells. Yes. But you know what? My sexy is my funky. Like I want to be funky. I want to be wild. I want to, act out. I want to do me. Okay. A weird chick, but at the same time, it's kind of like, it's so not taken quickly. Yes. So it's kind of like weird. People like, right. What is she doing? Like I walked around. I performed at the youth fair and I had my hair up like crazy. People like, what is she doing? But she looked dope. So it was like. That type of stuff is why I've started this movement because we need that more in this industry for female women empowerment in general. So So
I mean, like I said, you have beautiful hair and you have locks. They're gorgeous. But like that alone really does take a stand against all of the norms and the way you do wear your hair. Go follow her on Instagram so you can see what I'm talking about, and it's under right here. So go follow her on Instagram so you can see the different ways that she does wear her hair. So what is that in you that's like, you know what, I know what the status quo is for this, but I'm actually gonna go a whole nother way with it and take a serious risk?
It's just me in general. Okay. Like I'm not a rebellious type, but I'm always the person that's like, how do I set myself apart from everyone else? How do I, make an impact and not follow the norm? Like we're walking in a pack and I want to look to the side like, oh, that's nice, and just walk off. That's the type of stuff that I do in general as a person. So to do that, it was like, it wouldn't be me if I just conformed to the normal.
Right. And so do you think your fans really, really do, gravitate to that?
Yeah, I really
think so?
I really do, because they love the Weird Chicks movement. Y'all love the Weird Chicks movement.
Weird Chicks movement, hashtag, right now.
Hashtag me on TV right now.
Right now. Lalah, TV, now, hashtag. So the most amazing thing that I discovered about you, Lalah, was that you actually don't curse in your music at all. Was that a decision you made? How did that come about that you actually say no curse words in your music?
That was actually because I started rapping 2008. I was 17 going to 18. So I was raised to stay in a child's place, do child's things. So at that time it was kind of like, why would I rap about this and I'm not even of age as of yet? Okay. So I'm not nothing against, people that curse and everything, but, off camera I might say a little thing or two.
Sure, but your music doesn't
my music that. At all. Like, and I got so used to being in that area of not having to reach for a curse word or reach for, saying certain things, that I just got accustomed to it, and it just kind of came like, it's I don't know, it's just me. Yeah. Like, it's just, if I want to say something, I have a larger vocabulary, so I feel like it's way too many words out there to use rather than just say
that. Yeah.
So, like I said, nothing against this. Sometimes it may drop a little bit, but it's not going to drop in the songs, because that's just one of the things that's just
You're
me.
A human being.
Yeah.
It's okay to say a curse word or two, but her music does not demonstrate that, which is beautiful. And so do you think as a rapper, since you're not cursing, since your lyrics aren't too profane, that it makes you have to be a better rapper to not use these specific words?
It does, because you have to, it's like a challenge to myself.
Right.
Like and I wouldn't call it a cheat way out, but to me it's a cheat way out if I was to, because I can easily do it. Yeah. But it gives me more of a thought process. It's like, okay, so I'm sitting here writing, okay, I want to say this, but this is the easiest way to say it, but let me figure out how else I can say it.
Okay.
And pull out, making different words, like how Scrappy has the shiz naive and stuff like that. Stuff like that comes about because you open up your mind and you expand yourself to get to that point of saying, you know what, let me just figure out a different way of saying things. So
awesome. And okay, so this is, we're gonna get into a little bit of these political questions that I have. All right, so we already know that, Lalah, go to her Instagram, has a gorgeous body. It is beautiful. It is definitely something that you can tell that she has worked and at the same time hasn't worked for it all at the same time. Since you are so fit and your body shows it, you're just not, just a beautiful body, but it looks really, really fit. Like you really can probably kick someone's butt and maybe, run a couple miles. So my question is, just between me and you and, and our viewers, of course, do you see, because I'm on Instagram on a daily and I see all these girls who I know did not give a darn about fitness, didn't care about this life, and they're hopping on a bandwagon. Do you think people are just getting the fitness aroma, or do you think people really are hopping on kind of a fitness bandwagon?
You know what? I think it's probably a little bit of both.
Okay.
Everything, hot commodities always rub off on everyone.
Okay.
So I think it's a great thing, right. Even if it's a thing where people are bandwagon jumping or what, because everyone should. I feel like everybody should be team sexy body. Shouts out to my trainer, Hot Fire. Hey girl. But I feel like everyone should be fit. Not everyone's made for it. They don't want to look like that. But I feel like it's a great movement. Definitely the whole waist shapers thing. I salute that.
Yes.
Women, we want that sexy curvaceous, and we might not all have it, so we got to work a little harder. But I think it's an excellent thing.
So you think you have to give it a thumbs up?
I give it a thumbs up.
Whether it's bandwagon or not, you're going to give it a thumbs up because it's something healthy.
Yeah.
It's something good.
I give it a heads up. A hands up and thumbs up.
A hands up, thumbs up. Okay, another political question I do want to ask you is, you're gorgeous, obviously.
Thank you. You too.
And and you are a brown-skinned girl. Mm-hmm. So my thing is, as a rapper, you being a part of the rap game, it's all this light skin, dark skin that I have to say, even in this interview, is ridiculous.
It is.
But with this whole light skin, dark skin, and then you have your favorite rappers only throwing up the salutes to light skin, light skin, light skin. Mm-hmm. As a brown-skinned, beautiful girl, like, what is that message to you? How are you receiving that, especially being a rapper?
Again, this goes to me being a weird chick. I'm like, I don't care.
Yeah.
But it is a little stereotypical.
Right.
But at the end of the day, I feel like, we're all beautiful as women. We should not gravitate towards feeling like the rapper or this person or that person on TV has to salute and make us feel like we're up here as brown-skinned women. Like, that's how we have to come together now.
Yes.
And actually make it a stance to say, we're dark-skinned women. We're brown-skinned. We're not bright-skinned. Beautiful brown-skinned women, beautiful bright-skinned women, beautiful mixed Latin white women.
Exactly.
So it's just a thing of it has to stop with the stereotype.
Yes.
Of you have to be this color to be beautiful.
Right.
No. I'm not with it.
I'm
not with it.
Give that one a thumbs down.
Thumbs down. All the way down. Put it on the floor.
Put that one on the floor. Most definitely. Okay, and so as a rapper, right, you've been obviously listening to rap, being a part of the culture. That's what you do. That is the business you're in. Have you seen a dramatic change in rap in the last so many years?
I have.
Okay.
I have. It's the identity thing.
Okay.
The identity thing. Female and male. Because I think everyone wants to go with what's hot now, what sounds hot now, opposed to breaking the barrier and just breaking through the roof. And they just want to be that right now type thing. Like, I don't feel like it's to that point where we need to keep that going. Yeah. Like, it was okay, we did it, it was fun, but each era has had their era.
Yes.
But everyone always had something pulled from the previous era.
Yes.
Where we had from Pac, and then we jumped back to Master P, and they came out. It was just like, So everyone had their own identity. You can identify everyone by their music. Now it's kind of like, is that no, that's not. So
that you make a great point. I think what she's saying is epic and is very true. Everyone kind of back when they had a very keen identity where you could definitely tell everyone's style apart. Exactly. Well, now everyone's style is kind of very similar. Yeah. The beats are similar. The messages are similar. Whereas back in the day, everyone really had that, like, boom, 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 boom. Like, you knew the difference.
Right.
I think that's a great answer. I couldn't give it better.
A toot.
That was a good answer. We do have one of your videos, so if you want to go ahead and spin that out to the audience, go ahead.
This is Money Mark featuring myself, Nocturnal. You get to see the sensual side of Lalah.
We'll be right back.
Money Mark.